Hello friends and welcome to YouTube channel Freedom Tech, and in this session what we are going to learn. In this session we are going to create our own custom object detection model for YOLOv8 for detecting bike rider helmet. So before we move to our practical friends, if you learned something from our videos, please consider to subscribe our channel. Okay friends, thank you so much and let's get started. So friends, as I mentioned, today we are going to create our own custom model for YOLOv8 which basically detect a bike rider safety helmet. So for that, first open Tony Python IDE and we are going to install packages, our basic packages. So open cv-python, hit enter. Open cv-python, just click on install. It will install our open cv-python. Then we need Ultralytics package, just hit enter. First package, click on install. It will install Ultralytics package. Then we need CVZone package, just click on CVZone, and as you can see the CVZone computer vision helping library, just click on it and click on install. That's it, it will install CVZone on our Windows machine. This is Windows 11 machine. Of course you can use your Windows 10 machine also. So first we need OpenCV-Python, then we'll Ultralytics package, then we need CVZone package. That's it. So we have done with package installation. So for today's session I have created here a repository. I will mention the link inside the description box. You need to simply copy and paste the link inside the browser. Then YOLOv8 helmet detection, this is the repository name. Go to the code, click on download zip, and it will download our zip format repository. As you can see, it's now downloading. So now simply open file manager, downloads, and this is what our repository. Right click, WinRAR, and extract with the folder name, and then this is what our repository, same folder, and inside that we have all our files. So we have here our video file. So let's just first watch what is our scenario. So let me start the video file. This is what our video, where we have a traffic, where we have a biker, and then as you can see we have here helmet also. Simple. So as you can see, there is a helmet, there is a bike rider. So our goal is to detect the helmet from this video. So let's just start. So for that, first we need a data, we need images. So we are going to use our scenario, means we are going to use our video for images. So for that, img.py, just click on and it will open img.py in our Tony Python IDE. So here what we want to simply mention our video file name. So our video file name is basically he2.mp4. So here video capture he2.mp4, and then how many images we need. So we are going to only train here 100 images. Of course you want to train more images for better performance. So for this session I am going to only train 100 images. So I have mentioned here 100. If you want 1000 images, you need to simply mention 1000. If you want 3000, simply mention 3000. It will capture the 3000 frames. So right now we need only 100 frames. So 100 is our frames. So I have mentioned here hundreds. Then here we want to mention the folder where we are going to save our images. So right now this is what our repository. So we need to create here a folder. So right click, new folder, images. So we create here a images folder. So right click, copy as a path, and we want to mention the path over here. From the images, just remove all the things. Remove it and just press Ctrl+V. So this is what our path, and here it is. As you can see, we need to remove this double quote, and here also remove the double quote. That's it. Now this is what our path, this is what our images, this is the folder, and inside that we are going to save all the images name with person. You can simply change your name. Let's just say helmet. So now it will save the images name with helmet, and the extension is basically .jpg. So it will save, it will capture 100 images and name of that images helmet, and .jpg is the extension, and it will save inside our images folder. So let's just save the code, and if I run the code, so as you can see, it started our video frame, and now it's capturing 100 images from our video frame itself. So if you go here, this is what our images folder, and inside that, as you can see, if I make view extra large icon, so as you can see, it's capture 99 images, the 100 images. So now simply we can use these images for database, for training purpose. So now we have our images. Now we want to train our images, means we want to draw a rectangle on our object. So for that we need a LabelImg. So for LabelImg we need Python 3.8 version. So simply go here, Microsoft Store, open it. It will open our Microsoft Store, and then here we want to search Python 3.8. As you can see, Python 3.8, and then this is the version Python 3.8, and just click on install, and it will install Python 3.8 on our Windows machine, because LabelImg is work with Python 3.8. For that we need a Python 3.8. So just go to the Microsoft Store and just search for Python 3.8 and click on install. It will install Python 3.8. So I have already installed Python 3.8 on my machine. So now go to the run config interpreter. As you can see, config interpreter, and here we want to select the by default is basically Python 3.10. So we want to select here Python 3.8. As you can see, Python 3.8 exe. So just select it, click on OK, and then you will see inside shell we have now Python 3.8.10 version. So here we are going to simply install our LabelImg. So just click on run, not run, go to the tools and open system shell and pip install LabelImg, just click on enter, and it will install LabelImg, so which I have already installed. So command is what? Pip install LabelImg. That's it. So this is how you need to install LabelImg. First you want to download the Python 3.8 with the help of Microsoft Store. Then you need to go in run config interpreter. Here we want to select Python 3.8, click on OK, then go to the tools, open system shell, and then just run the command pip install LabelImg, and it will install LabelImg. So done. We successfully installed LabelImg. Now just minimize Sony, and now what we are going to do, we want to simply run our command, which is LabelImg. So LabelImg, just hit enter, and it will open our LabelImg. Now go to the open dir, and we need to simply go inside our images folder. So our images folder is basically inside our repository. This is the images, select it, and as you can see we have our images. Change save dir, go to the downloads, repository, and images folder selected. That's it, done. So now simply here we want to select a YOLO, then create rectangle box, and we want to draw a rectangle box on our object. So in scenario we have a helmet, so we want to basically draw the rectangle on our helmet. So like this way, mention here class name, so helmet, again create rectangle box, draw here helmet, click on OK, create rectangle box. This is also helmet, as you can see, click on OK, create rectangle box, draw a rectangle on the helmet, click on OK, just save it, go for next image, create rectangle box, draw rectangle box, the helmet, which is the class which we already mentioned, so simply click on OK, create rectangle box, draw rectangle box, click on OK, create rectangle box, draw it, OK, create rectangle box, draw it, click on OK, click on save, next image, again same way, just click on create rectangle box, click on OK, create rectangle box, click on OK, create rectangle box, click on OK, create rectangle box, here also click on OK. So this is how you need to draw a rectangle box on each helmet. You need to simply click on create rectangle box, save it, and just go for next image. Just go for next image. As you can see, just go for next image. So here also just create rectangle box, draw it on the helmet, click on save, and this is how you need to draw a rectangle box on the helmet. So I have already done with LabelImg. So simply I'm going to close all these things, and I have already created, here it is, as you can see, the text file where we have rectangle box and images. It means we successfully train our data. That's it. So just go back, and so now I am going to delete the images folder because I have already trained the images. So download, and this is what my images folder which I have already trained. So go inside the repository, just copy paste. So if I open, as you can see, 116 images, and this is the images, same, as you can see, the same scenario. So we have done with image training. Now simply we want to create, just open again, downloads, same repository. So we want to create a folder, and inside that we want to create images and labels folder, and again in images and labels folder we want to create training and validation folder. So let's just create a new folder. So new folder, and mention the name Freedom Tech. Freedom Tech is the name because inside our training file I have mentioned the Freedom Tech folder, so we need to create here a Freedom Tech folder. If you create any other name, the Google Colab code will not work because I have mentioned the folder name inside the Google Colab file which is Freedom Tech. Simple. So Freedom Tech is the folder. Open it. Again here we want to create a two folder which is images and another one is labels. Images and labels. So we create a Freedom Tech folder. Inside that we create a two folder which is labels and images. Now we want to go inside images folder, and here also we want to create a two folder which is training and validation. So right click, new, training, and again new, validation. That's it. Then go back again, Freedom Tech. So we create a folder inside images. So we want to now create a folder in labels. So right click, new, training and validation. That's it, training and validation. In both folder, in labels we create a validation and training folder, in images we create a validation and training folder. Now simply go back where we have our repository, and inside that images we have all our data. So simply press Ctrl+A, select it, right click, copy all the things, and we want to paste all these things inside images, training, validation folder, and inside labels, training, validation folder. So go to the Freedom Tech, images, training folder, just paste it. Go back. So we paste inside the training. Now we want to paste all these things inside the validation, just paste it. Done. Go back, Freedom Tech, labels, validation, paste it, labels, training, paste it. Done. So Freedom Tech, images folder, validation folder, we have copy paste all our data. Training folder, we have copy paste all our data. In images training, we copy paste all our data. In images validation, we copy paste all our data. Again go to the back, Freedom Tech, labels, training, we copy paste all the data. Labels, validation, we copy paste all our data. So this is how you need to simply copy paste all the data. Now go back, and we are going to create a zip file. So right click, Freedom Tech, WinRAR, add archive, then zip, click on OK, and it will create our freedomtech.zip file. So now we want to move this file on our Google Drive. So friends, as you can see, I have opened my Google Drive. So right click, file upload, and go to the downloads, then our repository, YOLOv8 helmet detection, and we have our freedomtech.zip. Click on open. It will upload our freedomtech.zip. So meanwhile, what we are going to do, we have our Google Colab. So simply click on upload, browse, and go inside our repository. Same way, and this is what our file, Google Colab file. Simply click on open, and it will upload our Google Colab file on Colab. So we successfully upload our file. Now simply click on connect. It will connect with GPU. So friends, as you can see, we successfully connected. So simply we want to run cell one by one. So click on first cell, then click on second cell. It will install Ultralytics package. Done. Scroll down. From Ultralytics, import YOLO. Scroll down. Now we are going to cross check our Ultralytics. So it will basically download our image doc.jpeg, and it will download YOLOv8 n.pt model. Done. As you can see, results save inside run detect predict. It means we successfully install YOLOv8 on our Google Colab machine. Now simply we want to download our freedomtech.zip file. So here it is. As you can see, this is the code which basically connect with our Google Drive. So let me check. Okay, so our upload is completed. So we are ready. Simply click on the cell, click on connect to Google Drive, and select your Gmail ID, which Gmail ID where you upload your freedomtech.zip file. So just select it, allow, and now it will download. It will basically mount, it will not download, basically it will mount the Google Drive. So as you can see, it's mounted our drive. So freedomtech.zip is our file. Now next cell, it will unzip our file. So we successfully unzip our file. Go to the folder and datasets. FreedomTech is our folder, and inside that images and labels we have all our data. Now here we want to create a data.yaml file. So just FreedomTech here and select it and click on new file, and we are going to create a new file which is data.yaml. So mention the name data.yaml, and it will create a data.yaml file. Just click on it, it will open. So we want to mention the code inside data.yaml. So if you open the repository, downloads, data.txt, as you can see, so just open it, the txt file, and this is the code. Simply copy it, all the code, copy it, and open our browser and data.yml, right click and just paste it. This is what our code. So right now we have only one class. So NC means the number of classes is basically by default 1, and the name of class which we want to mention here as a helmet. So just remove it and mention helmet. If you have two class, you need to mention number of classes 2, then you need to mention here your second class name. Simple. So right now we have here only one class, so remove all the things, and here one helmet is our class. Just Ctrl+S, save it, close it, and just run our next cell, which basically create our model with 100 epochs. Simple. So just click on it. Now the process is started. So friends, as you can see, our training process is started, so it will take some time. Meanwhile, I will pause video. So friends, our training process is completed and our model save inside runs, detect and train folder. So just go here, runs folder, then detect folder, then train folder, and then we have weights folder. So inside that weight folder we have base.pt, our model. So just click on it and click on download. It will download our base.pt model. So friends, as you can see, we successfully download our model. So just minimize browser, open file manager, and then the downloads, and this is what our model. Right click, cut, and just move the model inside our main repository, paste it. That's it. Now simply we want to create here our coco.txt file. So first let's just open our main code where we have our detection, our YOLOv8 detection. So I have mentioned full code inside our main h.py. Simple. As you can see, this is the rectangle method, because I have explained all the method in several videos, so I have mentioned full code. So now simply we want to create here a coco1.txt file. So let's just open a repository, right click, and then new, and text file, text document, coco1.txt, and inside that we have only one class, so we want to mention simple helmet, which is our one class. Just that's it. Then click on save it, close. So we have our coco1.txt file ready. Now simply we want to mention here our video file name, which I have already mentioned, and model, which is base.pt. Done. So simply run the code. Oh, because we change our Python version, so we want to again go back with our main version. So run config interpreter. Here it is. As you can see, we select 3.8 for LabelImg. So we want to select our by default version, which is 3.10. Now just start the code. And as you can see friends, it's detecting helmet. We trained only 100 images and our custom trained model is ready and it's detecting helmet. As you can see, it's perfectly working. So let me show you here. If I go with 0, then we want to skip our frame one by one. And as you can see, it's detecting helmet. Simple. Here it's detecting helmet. This one also helmet, helmet. So we use our video file for images, and then we train the images and we create our own custom model with the help of Google Colab, and it's detecting helmet. Simple. So this is how friends, you can create your own custom object detection model for YOLOv8 for detecting the helmet. I hope you learned something from this video. We'll meet our next video. Till then, thank you, take care, and bye bye.